Check 2, check 3, check 1, check 2. Is my voice officially there, team? Should be good to go this time around. Check 1, 2, check. Check 2, check 3, check 1, check 2. Nice. Good deal. Check 2, check 3. Let's see. Keep in mind, if FINRA can get the new PDT fully changed, we will be seeing historical trading volume across all stocks. Something to consider. Yeah, that was, dude, you know what, Thought Zeus? Me and a couple of guys, we had the same conversation. And what I was thinking is that they wanted to reintroduce the type of COVID volume and new participant signups and stuff to all of the brokers and stuff, and that would be a massive way to introduce new liquidity into the market. So 100% correct, my brother. You couldn't be more dead on with that statement. So when is this supposed to? When is this supposed to launch? So it says FINRA voted in September 2025 to change its pattern day trading rule, the PDT rule, which currently requires investors to have a minimum of $25,000 in a margin account to day trade, making 4 or more day trades in 5 days. So that means that you have to have a $25,000 trading account at any day trading at the start of the day, or else that is zero trading for you. So that would be you would need the 25,000 to be the zero mark for you. The approved amendments will replace this threshold with a new system where intraday buying power is based on margin requirements for individual positions. Rather than a fixed equity minimum, the proposed change will allow investors with smaller accounts, potentially even $2,000, to day trade with greater freedom, but is pending approval by the SEC before it goes into effect. So, guys, this is a really powerful thing that's going to happen there. I know that earlier they used to say that this is for your protection. Well, I mean, in all reality, it kind of is, but it also, the $2,000 thing reminds me kind of like what Webull does. Let's see. Fingerboarder. I see that. What's up, bud? Fingerboarder, if you are in here, buddy, in Discord and in YouTube, try to mute one of them. So you're getting slightly, I think, a couple different, executions on the audio stream is faster through Discord, because Discord is feeding to YouTube, but I'm talking about by less than a millisecond, man. It should be like doubled. But yeah, buddy. Let's see. Oh yeah, nice. You know what? The only reason I know is because somebody told me, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? That does make sense. No problem, buddy. It doesn't affect me whatsoever, right? I just don't want you to be uncomfortable while doing your thing here, so geez. But welcome to the family, everybody, and welcome back. I understand it's a bit of a late night. It's a bit of a stretch right now, but all good in the hood. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to be streaming for you. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at a couple things here. Not sure if I know that I have a couple XRP holders in here, guys. So just a quick, I haven't even done the video, right? So I didn't even actually, you know what? Let's put that to it's really late, right? So that's why we don't have as many people in here. But why don't we throw in? Okay, throw an A in the chat if you want me to make an analysis video of XRP, and I'm nothing else. I probably won't do anything else. I'm already kind of like weird about the XRP one, but let me know if you guys want the XRP video and released with the targets and everything. So we'll make it maybe a 9-minute video, 10-minute video, and I thought so. Let them think a little bit. All right, guys, no problem. So like I said, right, this is actually one of the easier charts now that we were observing what the potential targets were from the last 2 days, where I was saying, guys, I think we may have been, we may have hit the floor already, and we could be in the process of invalidating one of the, this head and shoulders formation. So I think it'd be pretty good for us to kind of remind retail, right, what we were kind of hoping, and and striving for here. So very good deal, guys. Why don't we go ahead and just record that real quick, get that out of the way, and see what this would be for crypto in general. Okay, sorry guys, I just noticed that I can't see my son in his camera, but it's all good. My daughter is next to him. All right, good stuff, guys. So let's go ahead and film this thing real quick. Like I said, I'm not going to make an extremely long video here. This one would be an easier thread, so let's just do around a 9 to 11 minute video, something like that, and call it quits real quick for that, and then start our traditional, I guess, end of the day prep, the prior day's prep, or prior hours now. So yeah, team, just a moment. Let's go ahead and get this thing filmed up, and I shall see you here. So you don't remember, guys. You don't have to react or do whatever to the chat, because I'm going to be, saying that in the video. Hold on, just a moment, team. Let's go. All right, team. So I come to you with utter humility and truthfulness when I tell you that it has not been the easiest task to determine price action for really any asset during these last very volatile days. Now, XRP is a bit of a good, I guess I come to you with some pretty good news here, seeing that we have reached just about 95% of the targets that we talked about for the last 3 to 4 days, I believe. So this is absolutely amazing, guys, giving you the bottom side from this broadening wedge into the upper targets, resistances, pullbacks, and everything within and between these targets all the way up here, guys. So far, I guess we are at just about an A minus, or an A as far as the targeting is concerned, and the timing as well. Now, that doesn't mean that I am right. It only means that so far price action is behaving as it typically does when it comes to macro closures. Remember, guys, we are experiencing here a bunch of closures and a bunch of different types of volatilities entering the market right now in spite of macro news and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? So why don't we just go ahead and find out what price action can do or what it has under its belt for the coming days. But before we do so, please do me a favor, team, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca. I'm actually coming at you here at 12:06 a.m. Pacific time, September 29th, Monday, and price action on actually spot price right now, 286.91 live on XRP and reaching that very, very target that we talked about. Not exactly at this blue line. We spoke about that 288.78, and you can actually see the high of the range here, 288.56. So now my team is going to tell me that I am improving. Now I am not just a penny off. I'm just a few decimals off. But everything is good. Everything is good here, guys. I'm very excited to have provided this analysis for you here and kind of keep things at bay and help people understand that price action like this typically tends to follow a kind of a historical embedded behavior, and this is something that we can observe. So let's move along with that notion as we speak about it, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at your daily time frame first of all. So look at that massive green close here, guys. This was your prior day. We're about 16. We're about what? Just around 7 hours into the new day. And just like always, right, we speak about the, 60 to 70% chances of retracing 30 to 50% of the prior bar, right? So we printed that prior daily bar here as represented by this large green one here. And this new bar that we're on, right? It retraced pretty much around 35% the daily bar, and now it's continuing towards the upside as per expected. Now that's not the only dynamic that's kind of pushing and pulling here, right? We know that there are some macro ones, and all of these macro ones would I guess they would require some type of a pullback. We call it a decompression. Those decompressions can happen in any time frame, but when they happen to the macro times, like the weekly or the bi-weekly, these are your new bars now. They will introduce behavior that we have to try to determine, and we have to try to decipher, and that makes it really difficult. But so far, so good. Right? Now we have to look at the further macro time frame closures. Check this out. Monthly time frame closing in 1 day, 17 hours, right? Let's give a quick look at your bi-monthly time frame, but no. It's actually the quarter. The quarter, that's right. 1 day, 17 hours for the quarter to close. What is that telling us? Well, the average decompression time from its, this thing was on a rampage towards the upside, right? So a 3-month time frame usually ends up retracing when it's at around what? I would say around 72 to 80 hours prior to the closing of its bar. It would decompress towards its 50%. So it's technically doing that, right? So let's go ahead and mark off that 50% target. And this is where we were saying just yesterday that the probabilities of reaching a 281 target were large, right? In spite of this 3-month closure. Now that's not the only one closing. I will admit that we still have the 9-month closure as well, but we have to do what we can. So far, I do see upside continuation for the short term, but I think there could be something to really catalyze that upside. And I did share it once before, but I'm going to go ahead and repeat it now, should you not be aware of that thesis. But before I do so, guys, please remember that there are scammers out there, right? And they're asking for your money. They're asking for your crypto when you arrive to places like my Discord, right? So when you reach my Discord, you'll probably get a message from an imposter that kind of looks like me, So just do not interact with them, because I will 100% never reach out to you first or friend request you first. That's not me. Okay, guys? I will never, ever do that. And also, please remember that on Twitter X, I only have one account, and that one account literally says that I only have one account, and this is it right here. Make sure that it has around 5,600 followers. I'm following only about 80 or something. Don't make me change that to 1, man. So so that is what it is there, team. Okay, so And right away, guys, the beginner's course is going to be starting here in just around 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Make sure to get your butts enrolled. We are in the back to school event, and that's a huge sale. It is, all the links are located below in the description, so make sure to sign up, get your butts in there. Let's make a difference in our trading. Anyway, so let's go ahead and try to determine the price action here for the for the macros, right? Typically speaking, when we retrace like this here, and I got to tell you this, we retraced early. It's been here for a while. You know that we've been hovering around that 269, 273, 285, and then retraces back, and then again, and then we go to 288 maybe, and then it retraces all the way back, and we've been sitting here for days and days and days. For days and days and days is not what the quarterly bar can support. The quarterly bar can support roughly over 3 days to retrace during that time frame. So if this is days and days and days, that tells you that we decompressed earlier than anticipated, than the average. So what does that mean? Well, through observation, right? Through observation and in time, I've noticed that when we decompress early, there is kind of a higher probability of kind of recompressing upward, or I'm sorry, I mean, I'm talking about really tightening up that upside, as in it was like kind of like a rubber band, right? And now we're releasing that tension, and it'll really go up again, right? So you're picking up bulls as we go down. In other words, when you're experiencing a quarter close, right? That's, I mean, companies, all of the companies are looking at the quarter close because of taxes, because of whatever earnings reasons, or because of whatever it is, reportings. We are also experiencing the monthly. And not only that, is that it is a 9-month closure. So your red September, red October notion is right here because the quarter closes right here. That's why there's a delevering. Now, delevering, why? This is specifically a time where I remember a couple times we actually had something that was, the global open interest reaches just the massive levels to when people feel overly greedy. So what that does is that people open in futures contracts, right? The holdings of XRP with like a 20x, 50x, 100x, or whatever that is. So when we come up to these quarter closes, people are looking for that liquidity. Institutions may actually just pull off, rebalance, and in doing so, all of those contracts would probably be margin called, and it would create that decompression that happens on average, right? And it'll allow the opportunity for actual coin holders to purchase, right? So when this happens, you will get natural buying. It won't be so much as the futures trying to determine future price action. So it's pricing in catalysts that are coming in. Notice how price action has been stuck at the $3 zone, right? That's because all of the catalysts have already been priced in, right? So let's just go ahead and let the actual buyers purchase this and let that rise, or let that price rise in spite of real buying. So this is what's happening. It's a global open interest delevering. It's a huge deleverage here, guys. So that's I think it was a little tiny bubble that needed to be popped here in order for us to pick up real bulls, real purchase. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at this in the more immediate short term to see if we have some volatility signals leading towards that upside. I'm just going to make this video here another minute or two, and then we'll be done. All right, guys. So yeah, smaller time frame here is suggesting some consolidation. I guess 2-minute time frame upside. Let's see, 3-minute upside, 4-minute still on the up. Let's see, 5 minutes. So yeah, actually, this is still leading towards the upside in the 15. 20, 30 hourly, looking still pretty good into the, still on the bi-hourly time frame. There we go. So we have roughly around 3 hours of upside, seeing that we just opened your new bi-hourly and 3-hour bar. So that would give us, let's see, where's the data cells? We'll get ourselves a target, right? So that'll be 3 cents up. That'll put us roughly at around your 290. So 290, we already have some of those targets up there, right, guys? Here it is, 290.10. That's kind of where we're headed for at this moment. 290.10 then retraces, 4-hour time frame downside continues into the 6. The 8 would be total downside And I got to tell you, that may have already happened. Nice. 8-hour time frame, 6 seconds to the downside gives you about a current ATR low of 280.55. This came down to just about 285. This is the 50% retrace on that 8-hour bar. I will say that it would happen after the 290, but I can't guarantee that it'll happen, guys, because there is a lot of disturbance, a lot of support, specifically with that 287 into these sections here, which are 286.26. So we'd have to break below that in order for us to get into that 285 or 280 zone again. So 283 gets in the way, and then finally, should it actually make the decision, it would roughly be a tangible target of around 280.94. Not sure that that's going to happen. So upside continues from there. I'm going to guess from 284 or 283, 12-hour time frame upside continuation, daily by daily. This would be still into the 3-day time frame, 4 days total upside. That would be giving us 29 cents to the upside, guys, and that would be a current ATR top of 303. So that is presently what I'm suggesting here, guys. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the targets that we have here and see if we have something around there. So it would be roughly these. There we go. There they are. So let's just go ahead and kind of put them on here because everything gets it gets out of whack. All right, guys. So I'm just going to leave that there, right, and say that this is the potential targets to where we're headed to. All right, guys, so heads up on that. I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. If any questions, you know where to reach me. That would be arcabulls@gmail.com. But with that said, I think, yeah. All right, guys, we'll speak very, very, Jerry, Scary Larry soon. Adios, and adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah. Well done, sirs. Thank you, team. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you for kind of hanging out here and watching that. Sometimes I feel a little self-conscious over it, but not a problem, buddy. Not a problem. I got you, man. Very happy to help. But yeah, I guess I'm still within that same thesis as yesterday, guys. I guess the one thing that I didn't share was my personal thought over my personal thoughts over what could be happening with leverage. Let's see, it's only your reputation on the line. Dude. It is, and it really is. Oh my goodness. No, it was the perspective that we talked about as far as the liquidity entering the markets. Should there be one of those? And I also didn't talk about USDT, man. Damn it. Huge ladder down here, guys. Big resistance, false breakout, likelihood. The likelihood of breaking down is a lot bigger now. Oh my goodness, man. Upside is coming in. So, yeah. That's all I wanted to say, team, is just that, USDT was looking good. And on the other side of things here, if the markets pause, if the government shutdown actually works and we then get shocked with a large amount of time of no trading, then I think I honestly think that there's going to be some anxious money. There's probably going to be anxious money, and that could be entry liquidity for cryptocurrency. And I think it's already happening. I think we're already kind of in that preload stage, and this is why we're catching some of these upsides. Other than the fact that, of course, we're noticing that the global open interest and also the decompressions from larger time frames, doing it early and then kind of pushing towards the upside, all that stuff, guys. So I think that there is going to be a push to the upside in the market. I don't know about tomorrow. It depends on when we're going to close. Are people betting that we're going to close tomorrow, on Tuesday or on Wednesday? Which one is the actual bet? That's what I would like to know. So if it is that people are betting for like Wednesday or something like that, then man, guys, that would be, yeah, maybe upside tomorrow, right? Let's go, Sebastian. We're gonna take a look at that next year, buddy. Then yeah, you know, there could be something silly going on. So, but regardless, guys, you know, I got you. I'm gonna be observing the play as we go, and I'm gonna try to be as transparent and as honest as I can be. You know, as far as the determining of the price action into the near future, but you guys have no idea how, like, you know, looking at price, guys. Like, I'm not kidding. Looking at price, do this here. I mentioned it, you know, but seeing price reach these targets is not like it's not like a fuck yeah, bitch. Like, see, I told you, I called it, bro. It's nothing like that. It's more of a, man, I'm super happy the family's okay. You know, because we had people with liquidation levels that were really close, and I was extending my ass out there, team, saying that, I don't know, this 279, this 269 here, that's very likely a floor, you know? Sebastian telling me it's not a surprise. Like, dude, I love you, buddy. Dude, if there's, yeah, man, you've been on my side here for so long, dude. I really appreciate you, bud. Like, you have no clue. So, but yeah, guys, I'm mostly happy that the XRP family is doing okay, and I was part of the solution, not part of the problem. You know what I mean, guys? Lots of people out there talk their crap, and they think that things are going to happen based on something else that probably has no relevance to it. And yeah, guys, a different approach here, guys. No fundamentals, mostly, right? Mostly statistics and mathematics, but it certainly is part of the markets. And if I have any knowledge in that, I'd love to share it here with the team. So let's just go ahead and upload the video for XRP and just be done with it, right? As the XRP family does need to know or have an update or something. And believe me when I say, when I don't post, oh my goodness, guys, YouTube, they will have it out for me, man. They will literally punish me. I will notice like blocks of like subscribers gone. I'm like, what? Wait a second, were they even real? But so here we are with the titling of this, right? So XRP, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put invalidating shorts. There we go. That'll get people riled up. Here we go. Let's go ahead and upload that thing right there, team. Nice. What you sharing, Lemmer? Let's see. Negotiations have stalled due to partisan... What? Democrats are demanding protections for healthcare programs. What, dude? Wait. But the meeting with congressional leaders from the schedule for today, September 9th. What? The demands are unserious? What a slap in the face. No way. That is actually insane, man. Oh, goodness, guys. So this is the first piece of news that we've heard since, right? And I was asking about this just a little bit ago. So that is saying that pretty much we're not going to have, or the meetings are postponed, the decision making. Is that correct? Am I reading that correctly? That the meeting to decide whether the closures are going to happen on early this week, those meetings are not going to happen, dude. The freaking markets are going to moon. Oh my goodness, where is the ES right now, dude? I wonder when that came out, man, because that should be pushing price upward. At least I hope so, man. It kind of is. Nice, it is. It sort of is pushing that price towards the upside. Look at this daily candle going on the ES. Oh my goodness. Let's see. They negotiating. Let's see. Happens every time. Oh, okay. Let's see. Fun fact. Trump has the record for the longest shutdown in history. Was that the 35-day or 36-day shutdown? Was that his? Because the one prior to that, I think, was, well, I mean, the largest one prior to that. Yeah, back in 2018. That's right. The one prior to that was around 21 days, right? So if this guy is notorious for that, you bet your ass will be over there kind of holding for a bit. And that's what I think would create kind of a short squeeze. You know, I feel like people are going to be holding their puts all the way to the hold of that, right? And then as soon as the markets open, there is going to be expired out of the money puts, right? So that very second, right? I wouldn't suggest to hold them all the way to the open. Oh my goodness. You're saying waiting for my ass to get 8. Dude, no, man. It just, you know, maybe in the retrace to close the daily. Dude, this sucks, bro. This thing is ripping right now, man. Damn. Listen, man, I'm trying to get this thing posted over here. Okay, here we go. Here we go, man. It's funny how we were already noticing this, man. We were already noticing the potentials of upside coming in. That's crazy, dude. No, that's going to put a lot of people in trouble, man. Many, many, many people. Many, man. Many, many, many. All right, Lemmer, love you, buddy. Okay, here we go. Putting the information on the video. We need people to know right away that I don't know that this happened. Damn! I don't want to re-record this. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to put it out as is. And that's it. All right, so, yeah, that's going to be on that category. Let's get it done, team. Let's get her done. Get her done. And, yeah, guys, I'm not going to record another video. I feel like we should just get into the thread of analysis here and see what's up. I need to take a look at the continuation for NVIDIA for my boy. For Sebastian. Sebastian. Dude. Yeah, bro. This thing is literally going to the ATH. And so is XRP, bro. Like, I just literally called a 308, or what did I say? A 303 target? Everybody's going to be like, Arca, you're full of shit. That's not going anywhere there. Oh, maybe. It's starting to break out right now, man. Look at that, dude. No, come on. Hurry with the post, bro. What's happening here? Come on. 19 minutes this thing is saying. I need to make the damn artwork, okay? Hold on. Look at that thing. Just straight moonshot. Ah. Jeffries raises target price for NVIDIA 220 from 205. Sebastian. Signaling increased confidence. Of course it does. Oh man. So here we go, guys. Remember, the list of tickers. The list of tickers were Palantir, NVIDIA, right? What else did we have? Tesla. And I forgot, it was another one. I forgot what it was. But those would be the ones to just move to the upside on their own. It was them, right? It was them. So, oh my goodness, dude, I don't believe it for a second. Guys, tomorrow is going to be an explosive day. Wow. That is just outstanding, team. That's really something else, man. Let's see. Gold exploding all-time high. Oh my goodness. Destiny. You're not telling me that right now, man. Even after I told you that from Thursday to Friday, Thursday to Friday. I told you Thursday to Friday we were going to write up like $30. What? Damn it. That's going to be a... Look at this. Bro, man, come on. Hurry with the artwork, bro. I'm just going to choose whatever. Here's something. What was I going to title it? Oh, yeah. I titled it Invalidating Shorts prior to this gigantic squeeze. Destiny. Damn it. Look at the target that we talked about, 290.10. I just got 289.90, please. Why is the market going up today? Because they literally said that we're pausing the meeting to decide if the government closure is going to happen. So it's not happening. and I just as the news came in, I'm like, dude, look at the target. Look at the target. Look at the target. I love it. Look at that thing. Oh my God. Oh, don't, dude. Don't you do that to me. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Invalidating shorts was the title of this video. Dude. Here we go. There we go. Here we go. The artwork is done. Let me try to put this up now. Here it is. We're going into the YouTube. Got to replace the thumbnail. Come on, daddy. Come on, daddy. Oh, man. Let's see. Only passes House, not Senate? Oh. So what does that mean? Are we still going to make the decision? Or we need both of them? Or only the House would be the ones to determine if that is true or not? Speak to me. They need both, so we only have the House and we don't have the Senate passed just yet. Are they usually in confluence, in concert with each other? And the other factor, I guess, the other criteria would be no veto. Veto from Trump. I'm going to veto this. Okay, I got it. Damn, team. You know, if we just zoom out like this a little bit, just like this, and then just kind of show it from the beginning of the play, and then you just put a little bit of an arrow like this, and then you put it right here, join ARCABULLS. Hold on, guys. Let me yeah, we got the artwork ready. Okay, let me just give me like 2 minutes, guys. I'm gonna post it here in the chat. I'm gonna post it in the Arca Lounge and also on X. So yeah, just about 2 or 3 minutes, and let's get this thing rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. All right, guys, just a minuto here, and the ES is still continuing to push further and further into that bullish narrative. Cannot wait to see what Nvidia is doing. Dang, guys. Daya, here we go. Palantir probably gonna rip, boy. Just a moment, team. sitting down. I decided to run to my kid.
Trying to be.
Okay, I am back, and I refused to not use my glasses. I also ran to my car. You know in those moments when you're driving and then like there's like an instant something that happens in traffic and you have to like freaking slam the brakes and then just everything you had is like rah everywhere, you know. So that was those were my glasses and also my keys and my wallet. So I remembered the wallet and I'm like no, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the car and get my wallet. So I got it out, guys, and you know what? I saw my glasses there. I'm like, yes, glasses, let's go. And here we are, team. So, oh, nice. Look at that, guys. Look. Yeah, we were off. Good deal, team. Good deal. I don't know that that's the end of today's price, but it looks like the price action for the S&P 500 E-mini futures contracts is also kind of going up. Take a look at this more in like a 15-minute chart and see how that growth is happening here. What the heck is that? Right, that is super illiquid upside right now just because of the participation is being, participation right now in the markets is a little thin. So all good in the hood, man. It is actually pushing towards new highs right now, and that's very impressive. Definitely doesn't look like man, look at this. It looks like a widowmaker, man. All good, all good. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and start this off with Sebastian's request for NVIVI. And I want to take a look at this in your pre-market. Hold on, why is that not giving me? Yeah, we're in extended, all right. It says so down there where they told me ETH. Okay. Sebastian, double check with me, yeah, buddy. 177.64 present price for NVIDIA. This being one of those the massive ones would introduce us potential market move. Well, it could market move. Let's take a look. I'm gonna open up my 24-hour book here and see what is up. Okay. Wow. Yeah, team. Damn. There are things happening in the markets right now. Price action 178.86. Absolutely not showing here at this moment. In this moment, even though this is set on the extended trading hours. So let me just go ahead and open this up from a different, just a completely different chart. Let's see, guys. Hold on. I'm not gonna do this one. I'm not gonna do that one either. Man, this is probably gonna push. This is probably gonna push the price action up for NRGV2, team. My goodness. There's gonna be a whole bunch of happening here, team. And I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. Here we go. I think I could use this one here. You know what? I just realized I think I'm going to have to wait myself. 180. Well, yeah, 178.89 is what you have. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to actually wait because I have 10 minutes to go, 13 minutes to go for Euro Open. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see spot price for anything here, man. Like literally nowhere I go. Let me see. No, I am. What? Whoa. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to, man, I'm going to have to bite the bullet here, guys. Before tomorrow, you know, I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to, yeah, I'm not going to do it right now. I will do this tomorrow. As far as the, yeah, as far as the whole, I'm going to just close every single tab. I don't care what I'm doing. It's just going to be out. And then we'll see what's up. So I have 178.19 now here. I wonder if that's... No, I think I might actually have to do it now. Okay. Guys, I think I have to do it now. Hold on. Okay. Let's do... what's the date today, team? We're on the 29th, right? I'm just going to leave it like this so that I can come back into it. Yeah, I'm going to need this one too. I have this one as, okay, that's okay. We have this one as well. Then I had, oh my goodness, check that out. Look at the, oh, guys. Look at this. This is the total crypto cap. This is where we were. Guys, I was suggesting this the other day because this could be confusing, right? This is a bullish formation. It's actually built, the triangle's built from the upside into the downside, then the convergence. So I was saying that this would lead towards an upside. And these were your bottom supports. So you have a huge shakeout here, guys. This thing went from 3.71 trillion to 10 trillion in assets added here. I'm sorry, what, 10 million or 10 billion, right? Oh my goodness, dude, is that what it is? Is it 10? Is it 100? I don't even know how to make the 71 to 0.81 of the trillion, so 3.81 to 371 to 381. Well, I mean, to be fair, it didn't open at 371, but dude, that is ridiculous. That I think it's squeeze. I think these were shorts. I think these were short positions just getting massively liquidated right now, guys. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. This is so amazing. I'm just getting caught off guard. Is it? That's what I was thinking, bro. Was it the 100 billion or is it 10 billion? Something, man. This is crazy, though. That is straight upside. Guys, that is just nasty. Okay, so anyway, back to the whole narrative here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take one tab out. Hold on. Yeah, we're going to have to. Yeah, so it would be before it. So B then T, right? So yeah, million, billion, trillion. So 10 billion, no? Or is it 100 billion? Damn, dude. That's insane, dude. 100 billion. Just wiped out of the face of the earth there. Oh, God. Okay, here he goes. I'm going to do the close all. Oh, that's scary. This actually sucks. let's do it. So where you at? Come on. Oh, it did it. That's how long it took to close it? Dude. All right. There that is. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, let me actually just close it the right way, team. Hold up. I'm going to close it like I'm going to go into like deep mode. Nvidia sitting at 179 now, man. Wow. Hold on, guys. Where is the... I think that may have been the problem the other time, guys. I was just... I think I just needed to just reboot this thing real quick. So let me get... yeah, TradingView is using... Yeah, it's using a lot. Let me end the task completely. Very good. And we're gonna... Well, there that goes. It is completely gone now. Oh, man, that sucks. Okay, let's do it again. Let's load it. I haven't refreshed like this, guys, with my TradingView in so long. I mean, so long. No way. How did it just open up everything again? It just opened up every single tab again. So I guess let's see if yeah, no, it's guys, yeah, does anyone know how to like force this thing to like I closed every tab. Let me see. Yeah, what the heck? Back when I used to do that, that was not okay. And even if, yeah, right when I would force quit it too. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Come on, man. You're embarrassing me, brother. What I'm curious about is why it doesn't show me to end the process tree. That sucks. Hold on, guys. I'm forced shutting it off. Good. Let me check on anything else that has it. Just a moment. Okay. Come on, man. Here we go again. Let's try it. That's just... Okay. I'm gonna do a manual close, guys. Okay, still here, team. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not letting me do a group close. I'm just gonna I'm right here, just about 90% closed everything. Screw this. Remember the last time I was like, somebody's shorting me. Well, I meant that. Felt like something was going on. So let's just get rid of this thing real quick. Here are the last two tabs. Okay. And again, let's pull it up. NVIDIA 179.06 still pushing. Okay. Now it seems like TradingView is done. Okay, guys, let me just force shut it off before I start it. And we shall be good to go. Okay. Anywhere else? Let me just make sure that we don't have any more tasks on it. You'd be surprised how hard I extend this thing, man. Okay. Now let's try to relaunch TradingView. Here we go. Nice. Loading one tab. There we go. Oh my goodness. Now on this one tab, let me see if we can see. There we go. NVIDIA should be, let's see. Wait. It's already, yeah, guys, I guess we're just gonna have to wait those 2 minutes, but this is perfect now. We're now representing the real price. Okay, yes, equities was acting really weird here. Let's get this started, guys. So Sebastian, you're still here with me, bruh? Where are you, good sir? And let's roll on. I almost feel like just doing this as a. Screw it. Let's just do it from here. What say you, sir? Sebastian, Sebastian, I know that you're probably doing your damn thing, buddy. I'm sorry. But I want to start this off right now so that we can look at what some of these mega caps could do, right? So let's get, let me get the volatility heat map on here. We're going to get stochastic momentum advance. I'm going to reload this, man. Let's go. All right. Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on. One more little update here. Serious question, team. Has anybody been able to enable any type of 24-hour trading book on TradingView? Because I could have sworn I paid for something like that and I'm not getting it. So this is why I'm so frustrated with this. Please let me know, guys. Have you actually gotten your TradingView to display 24-hour book? Okay. There we go. Here we go. We got enough data to be able to read now. immediate short-term time frame. Actually, you know what? Let's look at this as the inverse head and shoulders that we had seen on a daily time frame, right, guys? So it's here, right in this this shape here, right? So this could introduce some extra volatility in the market, and just in case you have a little bit of trouble seeing what this is, kind of use your Higinashi candles, and you'll be able to kind of catch that frame there, right? Okay, so let's start it off fresh. This is one of, I think, a couple formations here, right? So this is going to be your shoulder, this is your head, and this could be your working shoulder section here too. Okay, so what is the, I think we decided on this, I think we either decided on this being just a flat top as a horizontal top instead of it being regressive. I think I should actually still support that. I don't want to use these top sides because the shoulder is actually over here and not over here. So that's that kind of would be silly. So I'm just going to go ahead and respect the lower target and the more conservative one, right? So just do that here, right, guys? That's going to be your neckline. Let's go ahead and draw this center line all the way down to the lowest part of your head and apply this to the right-hand side of your furthermost shoulder, right? So here we go. This would be leading towards a target of $200.87. Now let's validate that. Let's see what we have in store for a potential continuation. Here is the daily close. This is your prior daily bar, and we are observing price action just right about here at 179.45 or 43, whatever that is, and it's leading towards a pretty nice continuation here. So that reason, right, this kind of volatility here is, I mean, number one, it's expected for price action to do what it's doing right now. Not because of the bullish news, not because of that. It's because usually, remember, guys, we talk about this all the time. We talk about the peekaboo, because there typically could be, right, the 50% prior bar retrace. This would actually show us some pressure towards the upside, thus making us feel that we could break out at that immediate moment. Well, it's not that I'm saying that I'm bearish. It's I'm saying that there could be behavior here to kind of, maybe oversee first before we continue on that upside. So should that be the case, we are absolutely within the areas of resistance. In fact, there is a specific zone that I'm kind of eyeballing, even beyond the upside that where it was, right? So I would say just about here is an area of resistance, and right about this zone, I think that's where kind of price action may it may stop around there. So if it has further, if it has some just here, this bottom side, guys, I would have to kind of favor this right about here, right? And I'll keep the gap at the same place, but still, it's just that price action can sometimes retrace on targets that are a little bit closer that still have a high impact, right? So that's a lot of price action there. So I think, price action resisting at 179.69 to roughly around 180.06. And we do have kind of a liquidity, or actually 179.78 is not even that far. So whatever, it's the same difference. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. So let's now let's go ahead and check out volatility from the more immediate short term. Let's block out any types of drawings here. So let's see what's up. Oh shoot! Hold on, guys. Let me just make sure that little guy is here with me. Okay. This was a massive thrust to the upside. This would be, I hate guessing that. Stupid 1 minute. Let me see. Yeah, this is not downside. Okay. Tiny bull flag. Upside continuation, 1 minute. 2 minute upside. 3 minute, certainly upside. This is getting ready for another break up. We have a 4 minute time frame upside, very volatile upside here, likely continuation. 5 minute time frame suggesting upside continuation with a massive volatility spike. 10 minute time frame, same situation. 20 minute up with volatility, 30 minute up with volatility, hour, same. Bi-hourly time frame, gonna get it's not yet, right? The 3 hour time frame just got its open, and this is the new posturing on it, right? Big volatility spike and upside continuation. Man, 4 hour ups. Wait. Wow, that 4 hour time frame is looking okay. 6 hour time frame following. 8 hour time frame not on the downside just yet. Neither is the 12 hour. Neither is the daily. What? 3 days. Consolidation on the 4 day. Upside continuation on your 5 day time frame, and now it's past its 50% retrace. Weekly time frame decompresses below the 50%. Now it's rising above, just like we were saying, right, guys? This is now approaching its 50%. NVIDIA is looking really good. Let's fucking go. Bi-weekly time frame. It's also decompressing. I'm sorry, actually, it's the slingshot effect, guys. This is what we were talking about, right? So we're getting this upside here on the bi-weekly time frame as well. My goodness, upside posturing is still present. Let me see the monthly. Dude, this is not over. This is so freaking cool, man. Yes, sir. So much studying on this one, buddy. I love it. No. I can't go any higher than the year, bro. The average, okay. Just to give you an example, the current ATR top on the year is $155. So I'm going to have to use, I might just have to use the bi-weekly since we just got that open, where we're going to get the open, you know, or maybe even the month is not, neither is the month. That's 192. So bi-weekly, wait, the 3 week maybe? Let me see. That's over in 4 days, dude. This is getting close. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so the bi-weekly it is. Fine. ATR top on the bi-weekly is 242. 242.44, dude. We also did the weekly though, so we can't even do that one. That one's, I guess so, dude. 186. That's suggesting a hard target of about 184.77. Fine. 184.77 topside tick. Wait. Well, we already had our regression, or I'm sorry, we already had our trend line there. Very nice. And, dude, this is the target for your inverse head and shoulders. And this is the target for your, bi-weekly time frame average high. So that puts you into a ridiculous number, man. Oh my goodness, guys. Sebastian, bro, we had the upside locked in, buddy. We really did. You know what's interesting? Guys, is the statistics. You know, like how like certain things are. Hold on, let me just put this thing at the 186, and then the bi-weekly. Let me not forget that. So bi-weekly would be, dude, current ATR. Okay. Fine. Let me do that. Let me keep the, I'm sorry, it was the monthly, but I still have to put the bi-weekly as a 192. Current ATR top 192.58. I'm just going to, it's the center of, it's kind of the center of everything here. Perfect. And then the monthly time. Can we do that? This would have $22 from the close, so that would be 180.22. The 3 month time frame would give us that potential target. Let me see how that's going to be done. So $24, 180. So I'm sorry guys, it would be 204. So yeah, let's keep this here at the $200 target because you know how that goes. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, these are the targets here for NVIDIA's upside as we progress. And hold on. I don't want to count that large time frame over there because I'd like to talk about that some other time. It's saying that we could, but I'm not, I'm not particularly a fan of it. It's just too far away for now. Price action is sitting still at a very competitive 179.63. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, we have resistances coming up all over these targets. Guys, remember, we are literally talking about blue sky territory here. There is nothing above the area of 184.55. Nothing above that. So which tells me here that your daily time frame may get a little shocker here, guys. Okay, here's the condition, guys. At open, should you have any opportunity to enter the market, the biweekly close, it's happening in, I believe now, or was it on Monday? No, yeah, it should be now. It really should be now. The monthly time frame is still counting. Weekly time frame is done counting. 5-day time frame is 11 hours 46 minutes. We close. Yeah, this was the 4-day, and I think it was a 3-day or a 4-day, 2-day, 1-day. Yeah, 1-day, 2-day, 4-day, weekly, bi-weekly confluent closes. And this was part of the pressure to the upside that I was talking about that many assets would face despite the government shutdown, which that's what I was going to tell you just now. What I was going to say is that, like, you know, statistically speaking, this is that thing that I talk about, the embedded behavior, the strategy. We were talking about this for both classes this morning, right? Both of the classes we had spoke about this today. So the statistics are saying that there is this chance based on the closing period of this whatever time frame. So as we're approaching a 1-day, a 2-day, a 4-day, a weekly, a bi-weekly, a monthly, a quarter, a 9-month, when we're facing that kind of confluence, that kind of concert, the behavior of the historical, it's historic behavior, the way that the asset behaves from the beginning of it, from its genesis, will take precedence over anything that's going on in whatever. Of course, there's conditions here that can alter that. There always will be, you know. But this is what I speak about. It's like oftentimes we don't know what the catalyst is going to be. We don't know what's going to happen. But the funny thing is that the higher probability stats, they show, and for some reason, whatever has to happen on Earth or wherever surrounding that will happen in light of making the probability higher. I've said this for years. It's not just this time around, guys. And I'm you know, from Thursday last week, I was already, you know, I was kind of like highlighting the smoke, like, oh dude, well, there's going to be like a $30 upside here, bro. You know what I mean? So and it was based on the retracements of the weekly, the bi-weekly, the monthly. Those were all cascading into each other. So that behavior has existed since the beginning of it has built its habitual, you know, it built its quirks, its habits, you know. So like I give you guys that I'm sorry that it's such a shitty analogy, no pun intended, but it probably needed to, you know, wipe before it got out of the bathroom and then go. Like, we're expecting this thing to not wipe and go. You know what I mean? But it's, you know, we raised the damn kid here to wipe before he goes or she goes. Yeah, so, you know what I mean? It's gonna happen, right? So I'm not saying that there is a 100% probability of anything. Statistics are stats. They're not certainties. That's why they're probabilities. Okay, guys? But when we're talking about 60 to 70% on behavior that has happened thousands of times, that's, you know, I don't know, guys. Which is the same notion I put onto the same notion was for XRP, you know, and many people were telling me, nope, we're seeing these lower targets. I'm like, we're gonna. Why are we gonna? You know, I don't understand any of those things, guys. I don't participate in that. But what I will tell you is that I'll try to be as honest as I can be, and I will try to put out a thesis and an analysis here based on hard numbers, because you know what? What I've found out is that people lie. Numbers don't. So screw the bullshit, and we're here for the fucking win. But Destiny's saying, when is the bi-weekly close? Wait, you just asked me that right now again? Oh no, that was just a few minutes ago. Yeah, I think it just did. So we're opening up the new weekly coming up on Monday. And then your 5-day, that weird time, like, I'm just curious over that. It's going to be closing on Monday. Something must have flipped. Oh, yeah, I actually think I know why. But heads up on what happens with the monthly Destiny. That the monthly and the quarterly bar, these retraced. They retraced way early. Right, so that's also another thing that I've observed over years, observing candles, is that when you early retrace, it's like you're pulling on a rubber band, So at some point the tension is just way too hard, and then, that's that breaking point where it's just not going to go any further. When you let it go, it's going to go like the way that it's kind of doing now. So I mean, we've been studying NVIDIA. We were about like 6-7 days early on the first call out, but now we understand, guys. Trust me when I say that it's not fucking easy calling out. I'm talking about calling out all these macro time frames. You're supposed to make math out of them, and it's like it's a gigantic headache. You know what I mean? And it's I don't know what's going to happen, but so far we've been okay, and I think it, man. I'm just thankful. You guys remember how nervous I was to tell you that you were going to buy, you were going to do anything. I didn't want you guys to even practice. I didn't want you guys to put money in the markets at all. You remember how the anxiety was getting me that day. Like I just started mumbling right now, like stuttering, because I get so fucking nervous. Guys, like I don't take lightly when you guys lose. I don't take that shit lightly. I try to be the best as I can so that doesn't happen. So my face gets hot over here, and I'll tell you guys straight up, guys, please don't enter, fucking get out of everything right now. You know how I am. Oh, my chest is getting hot. Let me take a sip of water here, team. Let me just fucking cool off. Hold on. Okay, man. Remember, team. Remember the information that we just got. So both the Senate and the House need to pass that for the government shutdown. So we don't know. We still don't know. And the markets are pre-pricing a gigantic upside right now in light of the news that we already got half the freaking party to say that we're not shutting down. Who was it? The Senate said no, that it's not going to happen, and now we just need the House to tell us without the president's veto. Dude. So I'm gonna tell you guys again, guys. I'm gonna tell you once again. No overnight holds here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. If you're not experienced, if you're not absolutely seasoned for this kind of play, for swing plays within this volatility, I need you to be champions at charting first to understand where your highest probability, biggest demand, and largest supply could be. Because the targets that I've been calling for a lot of tickers, guys, yes, sure, I've been 70%, 75% on. I am, guys, I've messed up a few times. Okay. It's hard. What's happening right now is really difficult. I said it a few days too. I told you guys, I was like, guys, I'm using every fucking single last trick in my mind right now to get this price target. And like, I know people depend on me, and I hate failing you guys. Okay. So remember, guys, just keep these positions light. Right now, these are not A trades. These are not B pluses. They're not A minuses. We're talking about C to C plus trades. For my master students out there, I'm just going to repeat it for everybody here. You know what that means. Specifically executions, you know what this means. This means that when you have a C plus trade, you're grading your portfolio C plus risk. It's not the same as your A plus risk. $10,000 portfolio is not a $10,000 full port. Never. Your full port is what you allow to be a full port. So say, for example, $6,900 would be your full port of a $10,000 account. So $6,900, you probably say to yourself, I will never 100% full port it, but I will probably 90% that. A plus 90%. Right? A trade, you can be at around 78% to around 85% should you take that risk. Your A minus play, 70 to 75% risk. Right? Your B plus to B trades, 40% to around 30% risk. Notice the gap. The gap is that big because the jump from 1 million, think of the jump from 1 million to 1 billion. It's not simple. Being a billionaire is nowhere near being a millionaire, guys. It's not the same. Think of the gap like that, right? So then when you get into your C trades, that means that we're going 5% to 15% portfolio maxed out at C plus. No more. Learn how to make tiny money into big money. Like we did on the SPY puts the day before we rallied, right? Guys, that was a 700% gain. You know, turning $200 or $300 into a 700% gain is kind of a big deal. Learn how to make small money into big money first. Read the smaller time frame, guys. Grow your stamina. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. Okay, we don't just go into the freaking triathlon and do it without any conditioning. We don't do that. Okay, let's take it step by step. The markets aren't going anywhere. They were gonna go somewhere probably for 30-something days, right? So with that small exception there, with that outlier, you know, it's still going to be there. Don't worry, guys. I'm still going to be here, and we're still going to go over maybe some crypto plays. We're not stopping. The crypto Arca Bulls is going to be there. The equity Arca Bulls will come back when we're on. We'll still be able to act, and we'll still be able to practice and study from live price action. Okay? Don't worry about it, guys. We're still going to do our thing. We're still going to learn. And we're still going to push into learning other things. This is going to be a great opportunity should it happen, guys. Let's find a silver lining and we'll be all good. Sorry, guys. I know that I'm fucking letting it out on you right now, but and I know that most of you like really could consider me your son, you know, and some of you care about me that much, but I also care about you that much as well, team. Okay, I need you to know that I genuinely mean that shit. Okay, I really, really do. Mama, I see you in there. Sebastian, dude, if there's any little pullback in this thing, just expect it to be for the daily time frame close. And that's going to be, we were talking about this resistance right up here somewhere in the NVIDIA chart, which was your 179.51 to 180.06, right? If that gets, I don't think it's going to break that, bro. I don't think it's going to break it. But if it does break it, expect some resistances upwards of around 181 to 182. This will likely pull back again. Now, what I don't know is if the entry condition will be based on the 179.69 or the 178.18. Of course, we can draw the range in there and just set the potential buy entries to be there. It's all good, but that's what I think it's going to do. I think there's that probability of reaching this early pre-market into traditional pre-market, pump to the upside, get that liquidity, grab it, right? Take profit at the open because, dude, people are going to be nervous, right? People are thinking, man, I was holding calls and we're going to do the government shutdown. People are thinking that it's going to go down into the Monday coming. Dude, that's not, you know, we don't know. It might still do it. We don't know, right? This could still be a bull trap. We don't want to trust this, guys. This is just amazing that it's doing it, but we don't want to trust it. We don't trust this because we haven't been through it. There haven't been enough iterations, historically speaking, for us to make a true behavioral statistics table or a data sheet. Your data set is going to be invalidated here with very little iterations, right? It's going to give you some probability. But remember, the last time, just like we were told here, Thought Zeus, I think it was, or I'm not sure if it was Thought Zeus or BD, right? They just mentioned that the last time we had the biggest shutdown, the government shutdown, was under the direction of the president, who is the president today. Trump was responsible for the last 35-day closure. Guys, the stock market closed for over a month. You understand? There are not enough. We don't have enough iterations to study. That's if you know mathematical terms, guys, that's a random walk. There's no structure in that. There's no structure in that chaos. Okay, so let's make sure to keep that in mind. With that said, team, I'm not going to distribute any charts. I discourage my green traders from trading completely. I'm going to put, I can't make you do anything, guys. I can't, you know, and if you're doing something and then you ask me, Arca, you know what I entered and this and that, of course I will help you. But I'm putting down my foot here, guys, and saying I expect my younger traders, younger as in my beginners, to please bite your tongue here. Bite your tongue. Do not lever in. Do not trade. Observe the way price behaves during these times, because this will enlighten you. If you are going to trade with money that's not going to change your life. Trade with money that's only going to give you a bite. Just a bite. Guys, don't let it be a shark bite. Right? Let it be a teething baby's bite. Okay. You know, just like that. Okay. Don't let it be big. Okay. This is a good way for you to train within the present volatility. Okay. But I expect my green traders, my beginner traders, to stay out the market, stay cash, learn, or risk very little. Following that, guys, oh yeah, I did beat the love bite. I did. To be fair, Sebastian did call it out. Yes. Okay, guys. Now for my more intermediate traders, please, guys, size down heavy. You know, don't play the hero here, right? Don't do that. And for the expert traders, guys, I will expect you to make sure that if you're going to risk on, observe your higher probability retraces using, guys, you have to use every tool that you have in here, okay? Specifically from the executions mentorship, where we were talking about the confluences versus, you know, the exotic time, right? You're using the higher probability groups of closes. Not only, I'm not talking about your 1, 2, 3, and 6 hour time frame, 30 minutes into the open. Not that. I'm talking about true price action closures, 30 minutes after that. Okay? Use the SPX. For those of you who now remember, who now know what phantom resistance is, use your phantom resistance, right? You're gonna need it, because there is a probability of all-time high. We don't know. Okay, guys, prep yourselves. Be clear. Be very diligent. Do not leave your positions open. Take the profit when it's there. Rinse and repeat. Guys, strictly like that. Okay. And should you need help, don't feel like you can't ask me. I'm here. Okay. I'm absolutely here. I'll help you out as much as I can. Sebastian, you got my plan, buddy? I'm thinking, dude, it's already resisting from the target that we spoke of. So let this thing resist by, I don't know if it's going to be by the traditional pre-market, but we'll get that pullback. I'm thinking here that we could face the 50% retrace on a 4-hour bar, which would be 178.84, right? Just let it bounce, right? Let it bounce. Should we fail this, remember, 182.52. The likelihood of pulling back and realizing some entry conditions, let it be, brother. 179s, 180, potential drop all the way to the closure of your day. Heads up for the bear trap in that, right? You have plenty of zones that many people can enter, being that you could have the bag holding, and people here are going to start buying the 180, the 178.62s, the 178.80s, all those. Keep an eye on those, okay? and I think everything will be cool. Your historical gaps are going to give you a huge hint as well. Um, so oh yeah, sorry guys. So I wasn't drawing anything. I was just kind of talking, but yeah, brother. So let it. The conditions are that if it breaks up to 182, then pull back into the 180, 179 entry. I don't know if it's going to come back down, right? But yeah, these are your bear traps right in here. 178.48s, right up in here. These two, 178.84s, all those that can prevent price action from continuing to lower bounds. Here's another thing: the price action retracing here on a new daily candle. Heads up, because you have a gap right in here. Okay, that gap may be of, I mean, immense interest, but it could only fill halfway in light of this gap right over here. Okay, so as soon as it starts reclaiming the inside of the gap, there could be your serious bear trap there. Okay, buddy. So here, just so that you know what the target is, here it is. Right, I'm thinking that the higher probability or the highest probability entry for NVIDIA would be 178.34 to 178. I would really keep this. I mean, myself, brother, I would keep this at low risk. Let the bottom side validate whatever that could be. You have liquidity zones located right at about 178.19, right? This area here would bounce, get us towards the top side. We have to start breaking. Get a 4-hour, 1 hour, 2 hour closures above that 180. That's your buy the strength, okay? Because this is going to introduce a gap here. I don't think that gap has a lot of strength, buddy, right? That top side was just 182, and this gap starting was 181. That doesn't seem too strong to me, okay? So heads up, you might be able to buy the strength after a 180 break, and then wait for your 182.52. But I am expecting 184s even into your $200 target by next week, mid or end, maybe even at the beginning. Who knows? But all right, so that is it for NVIDIA, buddy. Let me go ahead and take a look at Oracle real quick, guys. This is one that I was kind of, kind of hating myself with, team. This one was tough. So I'm not gonna lie, Mama. I had done this for you already. I had to close out all my charts and not save anything because I was having issues. Notice how I don't have 1 million tabs on top. So everything is based on your weekly and bi-weekly closures. My thesis was that this is likely to start the upside at the Euro Open, which, by the way, it did start just around 35 minutes ago. So your upside based on Oracle's behavior would be in light of your bi-weekly and weekly closures. So this means that you could be seeing at least a correction of the weekly time frame. 50% read on the weekly would be a hard price of about 306. Now, the why not target on this would absolutely be, hold on. Fucking camera's not working. The camera's not working. Hold on, guys. I gotta take my ears off. Hold on. Hey. Team, hold on. Okay, guys. No, I had to, dude. I had to go check. I heard it was my cat, man. But it's such a high pitched voice. I thought it was my kid, and the stupid camera's not working here, so you know I'm all like paranoid. But he's okay. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But that's from last Friday. Destiny, what? Hold on. Yeah, I put my bottom side support was 288. We clearly, you know. Oh, it did bounce from 288. Holy crap, it did. But that was 288 to around 298. That's a lot of upside. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm seeing here, guys, is this. From when I looked at it earlier this afternoon, I was thinking here that the weekly time frame would be the one to really get some statistics from, and also the monthly and your 3-month bar. Those are also pretty critical. So let me start marking this off for you here, team. This is going to be your retrace on your weekly time frame here. 50% decompression would land to a hard target of, like I said, right? This would be your zone right in here. This is your area of resistance, which would the top zone. Remember, guys, somebody mentioned this to me, that I do this often, that I work from the highest targets and I hone in, which it's really intense. Yeah, I'm seeing. This was part of my thesis. I was talking already upside based on all these retracements, and remember that this one was not retracing. It was taking a little longer from its behavior. So now your biweekly time frame also gave us a closure here, and this would also introduce a push to the upside, and that push to the upside would be the same place, right? So it is a pretty clean area of resistance. I don't like the way that this closed. Okay, that's what I don't like. It doesn't mean that it can't continue to the upside. It just means that I just don't like that this is a red inside bar and it's also a dark cloud formation. This is not okay. All right, team, that to me is a very bearish statement, and it might actually, try to correct down to the areas of around 260 before making a gigantic short squeeze of sorts, because this is not slowing down. I'm going to be clear about this. If this pulls back to around 260, we should probably load the boat. Like heavily. Because this is not done by any means. Oracle is extremely powerful. And wait till you see what I mean. This is your monthly time frame, 50% retraced. And now it's starting to move towards the upside. Now, why the upside? Well, that's because your weekly and biweekly closed below. So they're starting to, expand. They're going to go up. Okay, so that puts us at this. Check this out. Closing valuation, opening valuation, highest price, lowest price, closed here. Look at this bar. This means on a downtrend, we just printed a true green outside bar, bullish engulfing. That on a monthly. That is no joke. Let's look at the quarter. This is your quarterly time frame on Oracle. 50% pullback. We're starting to expand. Guys, this doesn't look bearish to me whatsoever. Immediate short-term fluctuations, yes. And then we have the 9-month closing in 1 day, 12 hours. Now, that's what I was going to ask of you, Destiny. I remember us closing in 1 day, 7 hours, or 1 day, 12 hours. So at the open of the market, keep an eye on your bi-weekly and your weekly. Although I think we already closed them though. Okay, so just that's all I was going to say. Keep an eye on the 1 day, 7 hours, or it would be 1 day, or no, I think it would be like 19 hours or something to close. Just double check it, because I remember you're the one that asked me a little bit earlier. But thank you so much for sharing that chart with me. I didn't remember that. Okay, guys. So now let's go into the more immediate short term and determine if this is going to move to the upside or not, because this is a gigantic jump already. This type of jump forces volatility and really, sheds the God of the light of God onto the immediate short-term time frame momentum, right? So check out that open here, right? Immediate shift to the upside, which is what we were talking about in strategies, as far as the and also the beginner's mentorship. As far as the footprint model, this is what it is, right? Imagine that you're in a desert, right? Completely empty, and you're in. I mean, imagine the floor being mud, all mud, but perfectly leveled, like mirror-like mud. Right? And you are sitting or standing in the middle of it all, and you just appeared there. Like, how are you going to get out of that? Right? It's not don't imagine it. That's not the answer. It's physically, what are you going to do to get out? Well, you have to walk. So the moment that you lift your leg, you're going to leave a footprint behind. And the moment that you put your leg down, that's making another footprint. So these measures are shown through linear volatility historically. And this is how we are able to tell that things are happening starting from this area here. And then we forward look to see if it's going to happen again and again. And then we backwards test to see what happened when this happened at these times. Those are your footprints. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at your 3-minute time frame, as this has still an upside continuation. Miraculously enough, 3-minute time frame is still postured towards the upside, and it's still within the bounds of critical expansion. Wow, this does not have a true, it still has a kink towards the upside. Okay, so upside continues into your 4-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame, Oracle, that's looking like it's about to close green and gapped up. Let's see, 8 seconds to go. Likely a pivot to the upside, like a little volatility entering here. Let's see. Actually, maybe no volatility just yet. Here we go. Print it. We need upside on this. Come on. No buyers, no sellers just yet. As soon as that candle appears, we'll get it. You'll see the countdown happen, right? There we go. Nice. We got upside on this, and like we said, no volatility just yet. Okay, good stuff. So this is continuing. 5-minute time frame continuing. 10-minute time frame does have that upside posturing still, pretty nice. Gapping up like crazy here. Absolutely, man, flooring it. This thing is throttling towards that upside. Good God, Oracle here making I think my thesis that I came up with earlier today after class, guys, hours and hours and hours ago, was still okay. It was sound. 20-minute time frame upside, and look at the throttle on this, guys. You see this? This is a clean break, clean signal fire. We have a massive upside on those moving averages. Same situation on your 30-minute time frame. Your hourly time frame is looking magical. Volatility not hitting it just yet, but that's in light of the 14 minutes to close this gigantic Marabazoo bar. And your hourly time frame would be a similar situation here. So this is just, I mean, look at those bars, guys. Now we're in 13 minutes to close that buy hourly. 3-hour time frame closing. It just opened, right? So this is your 3-hour bar just going. Guys, we still have upside in all of these time frames. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, the 3-hour time frame for upside. We're accelerating. My goodness. Okay, so your 6-hour time frame just opened, and it opened as though this was the last time frame for the upside. Curious that it is doing it. This would give us a statistical top. Yeah, 294.19 is the current ATR. Yeah, 294.19 is the current ATR top based on this. So 294.19 would be roughly around here. Let me just put it there real quick. Okay, now continuation would be technically downside into the... Okay, it's... man. It's like a dragonfly doji down there. That's like, I mean, that's typically your upside. Okay, so it's still continuing to the downside, I guess, on your 8 hours, still downside into your 12-hour. Oh, I see what it's going to do. Daily time frame would still be downside. 2-day time frame would be downside. 3, 4. These are the echoes of last week. 5. This would be a total of 1 week's downside, which should be realized already. Current ATR low, 284.27. We are closing at 283.46. Yep. The downside is done. That was it. The downside is done on this. So that would, man, what a run. I can't go any more than this. I guess if I do, let's just say that I did 2 months of downside. I can't because the 2 months of downside would be below 220, and that would be $35 down into the freaking 100s. I mean, anything can happen, but that's not really showing it, guys. That's really not showing it. Nope. Your monthly time frame, this is going to close in 1 day and 12 hours. With this freaking candle, this is going to be pivoted to the upside and still expanding. Yeah, I think that we're okay. Team, here's my warning to you, though. There is a chance to make this price action reach all the way up to your 294. Break that 294. Right? Break that 294. As long as you can break it and close an hourly basis above that, let this thing validate the break and continue towards the upside. Should you break 294, get the hell out at this target here. 306.29 to 309.62 if it's not down here at 294. Okay? If you do not get out, this is likely to retrace the monthly. Or I think it was the quarterly. Sorry, let's see. Hold on. I'll tell you which one it was. Monthly. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's likely for us to do something like this. So this thing would start moving up. It'll probably come back down here to around 250, 261, and then use this area here for a continuation. Okay? So that's currently what I mean, team. Look at this, right? You have your dark cloud formation giving you that potential warning for that 261. I'm not sure that it's going to happen, okay? I'm not sure, but it's a risk that I have to give to you, okay? So I think that we could probably leave runners, I guess. Leave runners, that's fine, but just please be careful, okay? Please be super careful, or else this thing could spank us. Again, we don't know, guys. We don't know what's going to happen into tomorrow's closure. Into the government closure for Tuesday's decision or whatever. We know that they're proposing for it to get postponed. But please, guys, please be careful. All right, team. I am just 100% exhausted. It's about 2 a.m. and for those of you in the east side, it's like 5 a.m. I apologize deeply for this, guys. I think it was important that I visited my mom anyway. But let's get some rest, team, and let's reconvene again into the AM into a few hours from now. Okay, guys, please be careful. I think yeah, man, the Oracle is looking special. I think this is going to start ripping pretty nicely, guys. Okay, yeah, team, so if you have any questions, you reach out to me. All right, and please remember, team, that the back to school event is now, right? That's going to last here for you guys this week, and we'll close it up and we'll get the new students to start in about 3 weeks from now. So sign up for your beginner's course, guys. It's just about $100 for the 9-week mentorship, and then we'll talk about the additional lectures and stuff, segments. All right, team. I should say good morning. So good morning, team. Good morrow. All right, guys. So please be safe. Sebastian, I love you, buddy. Quinny Mama, you be safe out there, okay? Reach out to me if anything. Day, I love you, buddy. Thought Zeus, BD, Destiny. Guys, please be careful. Joe, I see you there, buddy. Dennis, I see you there, buddy. Chop. Ninja, listen, man, okay? I love you. 10. Let me know about your buddies, and then as soon as they do whatever, I will assign them. Cyberkill, I love you, buddy. You be safe, okay? See you, B. I see you in there, man. Thought Zeus, love you, bud. Okay, you guys, you be safe. Chop, you stay up, man. Stay up, buddy. Good night, everybody. Bye, Destiny. Bye, Mama. See you guys. Take care, my brother. See you, Thought Zeus.